Welcome to the Tri-Community South EMS Annual HIPAA Review. This video serves as a practical refresher on privacy, security, and reporting for all field personnel. We will focus on how to protect patient information in your day-to-day work, from the scene to the station and beyond. This review is about more than just checking a box. Our goal is to ensure that privacy and security are integrated into your standard EMS practice. By the end of this video, you will understand how to handle PHI in real-world operations and the importance of documenting these practices for agency compliance. HIPAA is a federal framework designed to protect health information, not to hinder patient care. In EMS, it means treating patient data with the same care you use for medication or scene safety. Simply put, if you don't need the information to perform your job right now, you shouldn't be accessing or sharing it. What counts as protected health information? It is anything that identifies a patient, including names, dates of birth, incident locations, and even specific details about a call that could lead to identifying someone. When in doubt, always err on the side of protection and consult your supervisor. PHI follows the patient throughout their entire journey, from the initial dispatch call to billing and long-term record retention. It exists in radio traffic, EPCRs, hospital handoffs, and even vendor systems. Your responsibility is to safeguard this data at every stage of the call lifecycle. Moving into the privacy rule, remember that HIPAA is not about silence. It is about disciplined communication. You must share enough information to provide quality care, but you must also avoid unnecessary exposure in public spaces, online, or even among colleagues at the station. HIPAA allows for the disclosure of PHI for treatment, payment, and operations. This covers your primary duties, like coordinating with hospitals, managing billing, or conducting internal quality assurance. You generally do not need specific patient authorization to share necessary information with the receiving care team. The minimum necessary standard is crucial. It requires you to limit the use and disclosure of PHI to what is reasonably needed for the specific task at hand. Before you share information, always pause and verify that the amount of data you are disclosing is appropriate for the reason behind it. When using radios or phones, remember that these systems may be recorded or overheard. Use approved channels and keep your reports focused on clinical needs. Professionalism is key. Avoid personal commentary or sensitive details when you are in a public environment where others might hear you. During a hospital handoff, provide a complete clinical picture to ensure patient safety. However, the privacy risk lies in how you handle that information before and after the handoff. Avoid loud conversations in hallways, secure your paperwork, and do not discuss the patient once the transfer is complete. In public scenes, you rarely have complete privacy. HIPAA acknowledges that incidental disclosures may happen, but you must use reasonable safeguards. Turn your tablet screen away from bystanders, lower your voice, and if the patient's condition allows, move sensitive conversations to a more private area. Your station is not exempt from HIPAA. Casual storytelling in the kitchen or bay can easily lead to a privacy breach. Only discuss calls when it serves a legitimate purpose like quality assurance or training, and ensure you are not doing so in front of visitors or personnel who don't need to know. Your EPCR is a permanent clinical and legal record. Documentation must be objective and limited to relevant facts. Avoid sarcasm, blame, or speculation in your narratives. Writing a professional chart protects the patient, you as a provider, and the entire agency from potential liabilities. When patients or family members request records, do not try to handle it informally by sharing copies or screenshots. There is a formal agency process for these requests. Always direct the individual to the designated HIPAA contact or office to ensure the request is handled correctly and securely. Finally, remember that different partners on scene have different information needs. While fire or police might need specific data for safety or investigation, they are not entitled to a patient's full medical record. Share only what is necessary for their role, and if you are ever unsure, escalate the request to leadership. Photos, videos, and social media posts pose a significant risk to patient privacy. Even if you don't mention a name, sharing images from a call or scene can allow the community to identify the patient. Please remember, if a post involves a call, a patient, or an identifiable scene, do not post it. It is never worth the risk. Moving to the security rule, remember that protecting electronic health information is not just an IT problem. Whether you are using a tablet, a station computer, or even your own mobile device, every person with a login has a role to play in safeguarding our data. The security rule relies on 3 layers: administrative, physical, and technical safeguards. Administrative covers our policies and training. Physical protects our devices and paperwork. And technical covers passwords and encryption. These layers must work together. A strong password doesn't help if a device is left unattended in a hallway. Administrative safeguards make security real through our management processes. This includes assigning responsibilities, documenting risks, and keeping clear training records. For accreditation, remember the evidence mindset. If it wasn't documented, it's difficult to prove it was done. Our review must show that these processes are active, not just old papers in a binder. Physical safeguards control the environments where PHI lives. This includes everything from station offices and filing cabinets to ambulances and tablets. Treat every device and piece of paper as controlled equipment. Always secure the device, the screen, and any documents, especially when working in public areas or high-traffic zones. Technical safeguards ensure that access is individual, limited, and traceable. This means never sharing passwords or logging in for a partner. When you work under someone else's account, it destroys system accountability. Convenience can never override the need to maintain an accurate trail of who accessed our patient information. Tablets and mobile devices are critical tools, but they create significant mobility risks. Keep these devices in agency-approved cases. Use screen locks whenever you step away and report any loss or damage immediately. Incorporate device accountability into your standard pre-departure checklist to ensure nothing is left behind at a scene. Access to our systems is a privilege based on your role. Passwords should be protected, not written on devices or shared with partners. Supervisors must ensure that access is updated whenever someone changes roles or leaves the agency. Stale accounts are a common security vulnerability we must eliminate. Sending PHI via email, fax, or text requires caution. Wrong recipient disclosures are highly preventable. Take a 30-second pause before you hit send. Verify the recipient, confirm the attachment, check the purpose, and ensure you are using an agency-approved method. If you do send information to the wrong place, report it immediately. Cybersecurity is part of your patient privacy duty. Phishing attempts can look like urgent invoices or password alerts. Stop before you click. If something seems suspicious, like an odd sender address or an unexpected link, report it to IT. Don't be embarrassed to ask. Fast reporting beats silent damage every time. When working with vendors like billing or IT support, confirm that a business associate agreement is in place. Field personnel should not independently send PHI to outside vendors. The agency must manage these relationships to ensure data remains protected, and vendor access is strictly limited to their professional needs. Risk analysis is a vital, non-optional process. We must continuously evaluate where PHI lives and what threats it faces. This is how we identify vulnerabilities like shared passwords or unsecured disposal paths before they lead to a breach. Remember, a risk analysis is only complete when it leads to documented corrective action. Corrective action closes the loop on identified risks. A plan must identify the issue, the owner, a deadline, and the specific steps taken to fix it. Simply discussing an issue with staff isn't enough. We need clear evidence that the problem has been addressed and verified. When a security or privacy mistake happens, the most important step is reporting it immediately. Hiding a mistake often creates a much larger problem than the error itself. Early reporting allows our leadership to contain the issue and protect both our patients and our agency. An incident can be anything from a lost device to a misdirected email. Please don't try to decide if it's serious enough on your own. If you have a concern, report the facts promptly to your supervisor or the designated privacy officer. Your duty is to provide the information and help preserve the evidence. When a potential incident is discovered, act immediately. Stop further disclosure, notify your supervisor or the designated HIPAA contact, and preserve all evidence, including emails, screenshots, and device information. Do not delete evidence or promise patients that a breach did or did not occur. Leave the formal assessment to leadership. Remember, not every incident is a breach. A breach involves the unauthorized disclosure of unsecured PHI. Personnel should never diagnose a situation as a breach or nothing to a patient. Simply report the facts and let the agency's formal assessment process determine the appropriate next steps and notification requirements. We will now use these scenarios to practice your response. The goal isn't just to recite rules, but to identify the specific, immediate actions you should take on a call. Be ready to discuss the concrete steps you would take to handle these situations correctly. Scenario 1. An EPCR was emailed to the wrong address via autocomplete. Your response must be immediate. Preserve the email trail, do not delete evidence, and follow the agency incident reporting process. The privacy officer will need to know who sent it, who received it, and what information was contained within. Scenario 2. A tablet goes missing during a shift. The correct action is to report the loss immediately. This allows the agency to track, lock, or disable the device remotely. Do not wait to see if it turns up. Early reporting is vital to securing potential patient data. Scenario 3. A social media post about a call leads to others identifying the patient. Even without a name, this is a privacy issue. Remove or preserve the post as directed, report it to leadership, and do not engage online. Remember, context can identify a patient as easily as a name. For compliance, keep an organized evidence packet. This should include your training materials, attendance records, policies, risk assessments, incident summaries, and any corrective action plans. This tells the story that the agency actively manages HIPAA and addresses vulnerabilities whenever they are identified. Supervisors, your role is prevention. During your rounds, watch for small, persistent habits like unlocked workstations, patient names on whiteboards, or unsecured tablets. Correcting these habits today is far easier and safer than dealing with a reportable breach tomorrow. Frame this supervision as a tool for success, not a punishment. Finally, ensure a clean closeout for this training. Follow the 5-step process. Deliver the training, confirm understanding, review evidence, assign necessary fixes, and verify that those fixes are completed. Proper documentation turns a simple training event into a verifiable annual HIPAA review. We have included knowledge checks to confirm your understanding of reporting paths and security risks. Use these verbally or in your LMS. After completion, ensure you document the name, date, and acknowledgement that the employee will follow agency HIPAA policies. This record is essential for your annual compliance evidence. This review has utilized official HHS and OCR resources. Please keep these references in mind for any future questions. Remember, this video is a training aid. Always align these practices with your specific, current agency policies, legal requirements, and the directives of your medical director.